Election 2024, one of the biggest November election showdowns, is now set. Ohio Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown will face and challenge from Republican Bernie Moreno in a race that's now getting some national attention.
10 TV political reporter Doug Petcash is live in Columbus with a race that got started quickly. Doug?
Yeah, Yolanda, it got started right away on primary night. In his primary election victory speech, Bernie Moreno took some shots at Senator Sherrod Brown, and at about the same time, Brown released a statement criticizing Bernie Moreno. Many believe this race could really determine which party controls the U.S. Senate. One analyst told me he expects as much as $500 million to be spent on this race. Moreno says Brown's policies have actually hurt the workers the senator says he fights for.
Class in this country has shrank under his watch. We've lost factory after factory under his watch.
Senator Brown didn't comment on the race today, but did release a statement last night saying, in part, the choice ahead of Ohio is clear. Bernie Moreno has spent his career and campaign putting himself first and would do the same if elected. Elections come down to whose side you're on, and I will always work for Ohio workers, and veterans. Senator Brown ran unopposed in the Democratic primary. Bernie Moreno came away in a three-way race with a rather wide margin of victory and got more than 50% of the vote. Andrew?
Doug, that Trump endorsement really seemed to play a big role in Moreno's primary victory. How could this now play out come November?
Well, an analyst told me, a political science professor told me that he believes it looks like Trump is probably going to win Ohio again this year, maybe by as many as 8 percentage points like he did in 2020, and that those voters would most likely support Moreno. On the other hand, though, he calls Sherrod Brown a giant killer as the only Democrat to win a statewide race here in Ohio in more than the last decade. Andrew?